to see their favorite stars from the comic book world. The tension is thick as we await the winners of awards from Best Cover of the Year to Favorite Hero and Heroine of the Year, as chosen by the readers of Wizard, the Guide to Comics. So fasten your seatbelts as the 1993 Wizard Fan Awards gets underway.
Please welcome Mr. Bob Zaney.
Thank you very much. That was so unexpected. Thank you. Woo! This is it, baby. I am so excited to be here tonight because I started out in this business. So many people said, Bob, you'll never play the Pennsylvania Hall and the Civic Center in Philadelphia. Well, I've arrived, baby. If everything goes the way I got planned, I'll be at the Sizzler in Long Island in no time. I'll be at the Sizzler in Long Island in no time. Just can't win, ladies and gentlemen. I went to a 1-hour photo. They had 30-minute parking. This is a good crowd. You take turns laughing. Just can't. I was so depressed the other day, I actually called the suicide hotline. They said they were very busy and gave me Dr. Kevorkian's home number. So I called him and I got his machine. And I want to thank you. This is it, baby. Woo! A lot of things going on. You guys like doing fun things? Good response, but I think this auditorium could do a hell of a lot better. You like doing fun things? Woo! Fun to do. Next time you're in a movie theater, person behind you says, hey, can you move your head? Do this. How's that, baby? Go up to a hitchhiker, ask him where he's going. When he tells you, say, okay, we'll tell him that you're coming. You get the hell out of there. Next time a Jehovah's Witness comes to your front door, sell them Amway products. Fun to do. Next time someone puts you on hold for a really long time on the phone, Sean, this has happened to you, right? Long time you're hanging on that phone, they finally get back to you. This is what you do. You go, where the hell have you been? Fun to do, but good to do. Rescue a dog from an animal shelter. Ladies and gentlemen, Spider-Man is out in the crowd. How you doing, Spidey? Good to see you, man. No web spinning tonight, baby, okay? I agree with you. No, this is fun to do, but good to do. Rescue a dog from an animal shelter. I don't know if anyone's ever done this. Has anyone out here? Greatest feeling in the whole world. And thank you for the feedback. This is... I don't need this crap. I went to high school. I got a GED, baby. Rescue that dog, Sean. Had that dog in my hands. I'll never forget the look on that keeper's face when I said, these are good eating, aren't they? You got any Bic shavers back there? It's a joke. I wouldn't eat a dog knowingly. Sizzler. Did I mention the snack bar? I did get a job and I was goofing around on the job application. Has anyone ever done that in their life? It's the easiest thing in the whole world. I was goofing around. You know the questions they ask, like, are you hard of hearing? I wrote, what? Have you ever been convicted of a felony? I've been down murder twice. You don't hire me, I'll kill you too. Under print name, I put N-A-M-E. God, I knew you'd get that one. Under date, I put small edible fruit. There's more. Name 3 relatives not living with you. I put my wife and 2 kids. Are you an American citizen? I put C. So I got the job. I'm a union stagehand here at the Pennsylvania Hall. I'm Bob Zaney. Let's start the awards. I am the host of tonight's festivities. We appreciate you coming out, and I want to welcome you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you why it's a great city, because it says so right here on the card. Elliot, we don't need any music right now, but you know you're doing a hell of a job back there. Elliot, did I mention 8-track is out? We are now proud to present the first annual Wizard Fan Awards. Let's give that an applause. Why not? Oh, yeah. This is a good crowd now. Oh, sure, you all were like, hated me in the beginning, but now you know it. What was that, sir? Very good. Is this your first time heckling? These prestigious awards pay tribute to excellence in the comic book industry. Tonight, we'll be honoring the multi-talented artists who create the unique art form, as well as the individual characters and stories we look forward to week after week, month after month, year after year, decade after decade, century after century, millennium after, you know what I mean. Perhaps the most important aspect of tonight's awards is that I'm host. Tonight's awards and nominees and winners, they're chosen, ladies and gentlemen, chosen by the readers and fans of Wizard Magazine. That's what makes it special. And the readers of DC Comics, Image, Marvel, Defiant, Dark Horse, Malibu, Valiant, and of course, as I mentioned, Wizard. Our first category is 1993's favorite one-shot specialty book. You know, I think my favorite one-shot specialty book is the Lee Harvey Oswald story. Or was that a 3-shot book? I'm not sure. As you know, specialty comic books are very important in that they can be used to introduce a new character, perhaps team up popular characters who ordinarily wouldn't share a storyline, or to maybe even allow a character to do something or to be something outside that character's usual continuity. What the hell did I just say? But we have a lot of editors, we have writers right out here, don't we? Artists. Here's some characters that I put together I think that we should team up in the near future. We got the Power Elite here, baby. Youngblood and Butthead. Spawn and Butthead. Or my favorite, Beavis and Buttafuoco. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Sean, you pissed? Our nominees in this category are Batman, Vengeance of Bane, Savage Dragon versus Megaton Man, and Youngblood Battlezone. Let's see. Oh, how you doing? It's Tanya. This is Tanya. She'll be bringing out the envelopes. Hi, Tanya. Woo, let's give her a round of applause. Thank you, Tanya. Favorite one-shot specialty book, ladies and gentlemen. The winner is Batman, Vengeance of Bane. Ladies and gentlemen, Archie Goodman and Scott Peterson will be accepting tonight's award. There they are, trying to get through all the empty chairs. Batman.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, they have set the tone for the evening. We're getting out early, baby. We're getting out early. We're all going back to my hotel. I've checked out, but we're going back there. Now on to the next category, ladies and gentlemen. You know, and when you hear that music, don't you think next category? There are hundreds of new stories written exclusively for comic books every year. So for stories to stand out above all the rest, they must be really something special. Those special 3 stories nominated for 1993's favorite single story are Sandman number 50, written by Neil Gaiman, Spawn number 10 by David Sim. Oh yeah, the Spawn fans out there. And X Factor number 87 by Peter David. I think he was in the Monkees, I'm not sure. Thank you. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is Laura, our other lovely young lady. Laura, we're still on for 11 o'clock, right? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a tie. Winners are Sandman number 50 and Spawn, ladies and gentlemen, Spawn. Come on up. Come on up. We got a nice little award for you. Oh, there's Spawn there. Spawn, ladies and gentlemen, and
Neil Gaiman, Karen Berger, and DC Comics Vertigo. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Spawn.
I bet that's the first tie Spawn's ever been a part of. Backstage, the guys from DC Comics are speaking to members of the media. Let's listen in.
We didn't credit Chuck Dixon, the writer on Vengeance of Vain,
Graham Nolan, the artist who created the look, and Doug Mensch, who, along with Chuck, created the character Bane.
Congratulations, gentlemen. Now back to Bob Zaney.
You know, every comic book is a collaborative effort of many people. But without that letterer, that special individual who takes a writer's story and dialogue and turns it into each character's thoughts and words, well, without that person, nobody would be saying nothing, baby. There are 3 nominees for actually your favorite letterer, chosen by Wizard readers, and they include Chris Eliopoulos. Sure. Mike Heisler. And Tom, I'm going to screw up on your name, but I'm going to give it a try. Tom Orzelkowski. I'm thinking, Tanya, with the names like this, I guess that's how you become a letterer. There's a lot of letters in it. Did I mention the invisible girl and her parents? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the winner. Thank you, Tanya. You look great. About that. Favorite letterer? Oh God, here we go. Doesn't it figure the man, I can't pronounce his name, but I'm going to do it anyway. Tom Orzelkowski. Accepting the award is Tom to tell you how to pronounce his last name. Tom, come on up. Get mad at me if you have to.
Orzelkowski. Thank you very much.
Let's hear it for Tom, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're moving right along, don't you? I'd like to take a little break right now and tell you about something that's very important to me. I'm kidding. What was that? The back bar? The snack bar, it is very important to me. I lost a lot of weight, actually. I used to weigh 350 pounds. And a lot of people don't believe me when I tell them that. I knew I was big because when you're that size, people think when you eat, you're messy and you get food all over yourself. And that's just not true because you don't get that size by missing. I was big. I saw a bumper sticker that said, "Lose weight now, ask me how." So I asked the guy, he said, "Go on a diet, you fat pig." Thank you for laughing at my emotional scar. Big, baby. I had a cholesterol test, they found bacon. You know, the comic book editor is in a unique position of being able to play both the hero and the villain almost every working day. There's a love-hate relationship with almost every comic book writer and artist, It's the editor who makes sure deadlines are met, helps direct the sometimes wayward path of a storyline, and ultimately, did I mention ultimately, responsible for keeping both the story and its characters intact. As selected by our readers at the fabulous Wizard Fan Awards 1993, the nominees are for Favorite Editor 1993, Karen Berger. Bob Harris. And Bob Layton. Let's see who the... Oh, that's right. Oh, this is very exciting. The winner is Bob... Karen, I'm sorry, I guess you're out of it. Too bad your name wasn't Bob, you'd still have a chance. Bob Layton, ladies and gentlemen. Bob Layton. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob couldn't be here tonight. Something very important came up. Video poker at the Taj Mahal. But by the beauty of video, we have Bob accepting his award, and let's cut over to that right now.
Hello to all our friends in Philadelphia and to everyone attending the Wizard Comic Fan Awards. I'm very honored to have been nominated and having received the award for Editor of the Year. And so I have with me today all my editors, and on behalf of all of them, we accept this award as Editor of the Year because, as you know, Valiant is a team place and we're all team players, and I couldn't do what I do without their help. So again, thank you very much, and thank you for your support, and maybe we'll see you next year.
Occupying a special niche in the world of comic books is the painter. Painters have provided fans with some of this industry's most beautiful, innovative, and unique cover art, interior art, and comic trading cards in recent years. Favorite painter of 1993 nominees are Monet. I'm sorry, I apologize, it's the wrong award show and the wrong century. They are Dave Dorman. Oh yeah. Joe Jusko. Oh yeah. Folks seem to love Joe, you notice that? And Nelson. By the way, I have a note here. It says not to be confused with the blonde guys who used to have a singing career. But I take that back. I was corrected. It turns out Nelson will be on the new Meatloaf album coming out real soon. And Meatloaf, I found out, isn't his real name. His real name is Spam. What was that? Well, we had a rim shot about a week ago, and then the union guys came in. So let's find out who the winner is. We're very excited. Favorite painter? Oh, wow. This is a... Well, I think you folks are going to be a little happy with this one. Joe Jusko. Joe, come on up. Joe Jusko. Accepting the award for Joe Jusko is Joe Jusko, batting .398.
I still can't believe how much interest this card set has generated. I'd like to thank everybody who voted for me and Bob Budiansky for giving me the job in the first place. Thank you.
I have a new respect for comic book people, ladies and gentlemen. They are short and quick to the point. You should really be putting the Emmys on and the Oscars, I'll tell you that much. Not one mention of a mom or dad. Have you heard that? Now it's time for Best Cover Artist. You know, I think my favorite Best Cover Artist is Milli Vanilli. Wizard readers and their readers were up to the task of finding 5 nominees. No, folks, not 3, but 5 nominees, and here they are, chosen for tonight. Favorite cover artists are Sam Keith. Oh, yeah. Jim Lee. Todd McFarlane, Dave McKean, and Joe Quesada. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a tie. We have 5 nominees. That means 3 of you will have to remain seated with your seatbelts securely fastened. Winners are Todd McFarlane and Joe Quesada. Is Todd and Joe here? I think that's Joe. Joe? You're Todd? Todd, come on up. Come on up, Todd. Where's Todd? Bob, what did you leave here? What is that? Thank you. Thanks to the fans who voted, and thanks to all the great inkers and colorists who worked on the covers and stuff like that. Thanks to Wizard, and just for Bob, thanks to Mom and Dad for thinking about me.
Were any of those present yesterday at the debate? You saw Dr. Peter David completely neuter me. And in following in some of his wise words of wisdom, I should get a new image. Ladies and gentlemen, I present Miss Switzerland. And if Peter's in the crowd, my new theme song, ladies and gentlemen.
Tina Turner, ladies and gentlemen. Now you know why Ike beat the hell out of her. Oh, it's a joke. What do you want? Politically correct? Oh yeah, you know what that means. The next award is Favorite Inker. Yes, of 1993. Enhancing the work of the penciler, who is, again, no relation to the Riddler, and working prior to the colorist, the inker may very well be the most important middleman in the creative process. You know, if this was politics, I think the most important middleman would be Hillary Clinton. Okay. The favorite inker nominees are Jim Lee, Todd, Tina Turner McFarlane, Danny Mickey, Jimmy Palamiti, I'm saying it wrong, how about that? Jimmy, and Scott Williams. Okay, here we go. Jimmy, I apologize if is that you, Jimmy? You're a good man. That's happened your whole life, right? Huh? Well, how about that, okay? It's not like we're all gonna get together later on, okay? No, we are, I kid. Well, favorite inker, Scott Williams. Woo! Scott's not here. Accepting the award is Tony Labito and Kyle Zimmerman from Image Comics. Let's hear it for him. Tony and Kyle. It could be Tony, could be Kyle, we're not sure. One or the other, they're actually here from Image Comics, except for Scott, who I guess is not here. Gentlemen, welcome.
Nothing long like everybody else. Scott couldn't be here, obviously, because he's hard at work inking Jim Lee's new work on the Killer Instinct. Little plug there. But anyway, thanks. I'll take it back for him and appreciate it.
Here for Tony and Scott. You'll be seeing their new cable access show, Tony and Scott Live. This is a very important part of the evening right now. This gives me a chance to go backstage and think about some of the mean things I may have said to some of you folks. we have a guest presenter in the house. And this presenter is none other than the co-owner of Capital Cities Distributors, one of the best in the business today. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. John Davis. John, come on up and do a little presenting for us. John Davis, let's keep that applause going, why not? John Davis.
It's City, you moron. Thank you. It's my honor to present the award for colorists. Comic book colorists give us the blues, and the reds, the yellows, and the greens that bring black and white renderings to colorful life. The colorists nominated this year's favorites are Joe Chiado, Brian Murray, and Steve Olaf. The envelope, please. And the winner is Steve Olaf. Steve Olaf. Tina Turner, where is Tina Turner? I'll keep this award for Steve Olaf. Thank you very much.
Let's hear it for John, ladies and gentlemen, and I guess, though it's sometimes longer, a miniseries is defined as a comic book narrative that covers a 3 to 5 issue story arc. In the past, miniseries have introduced new characters as well as putting established characters in stories or situations where they would normally not be. Of course, that was easy. Our nominees for favorite miniseries are Batman, Sword of Azrael, Death, The High Cost of Living, and Savage Dragon. The winner is Batman, Sword of Azrael. Yes! Archie Goodwin from DC Comics is accepting the award. Archie Goodwin.
Okay, full credit on this goes to Denny O'Neil, Joe Quesada, and Kevin Nolan, pardon me, beautiful inking on it. A great job by Laverne Kandirsky on the color and Ken Bruzenak on lettering it. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Archie. Boy, we're moving right along, aren't we, folks? The old saying that you can't judge a book by a cover almost never applies to the wondrous world of comic books. The seemingly unlimited imaginations of cover artists, coupled with a vast array of new printing and graphic technologies, almost ensures that a great cover is always the gateway to a great comic book. Nominees for favorite cover of the year are Deathblow, #1, Rye, #0, and XO, Man of War, #0. This is the reader's choice, ladies and gentlemen, for favorite cover of the year, XO, Man of War, #0. Joe Quesada, Jimmy Palomini, for Valiant Comics will accept this prestigious award. Joe, come on up. Jimmy? Joe and Jimmy. Let's hear it.
Well, first thing, Todd the Sizzler at 11 o'clock tonight. Okay, I just want you guys to know. Thanks again to Valiant. Thanks to Jimmy for a great ink job. And Johnny C., John Cebollero, stand up, man. You're out there somewhere. Here's the colors, Johnny. Okay, my friend. Thanks, guys. Thanks, fans. Everybody. Appreciate it. It's Palmiati.
Everybody.
Palmiati.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Let's hear from Jimmy. Jimmy and Joe.
So Joe Quesada takes home trophies for Best Cover Artist as well as Favorite Cover of the Year. Moments ago, Joe had this to say backstage on what his favorite covers are and what to expect in 1994.
I think I had 2 of them. I think one was the XO Man of War 0 cover and the Batman Gallery cover, both wraparound covers. Ninjak from Valiant. monthly, hopefully.
In ceremonies held earlier, Nightfall won for your favorite story arc of the year. Best Supporting Male and Female characters were Robin and Mary Jane Watson Parker. Magneto and Catwoman were voted favorite villain and villainess of the year. Peter David and Neil Gaiman tied for favorite writers of the year. Still to come, your favorite publisher of the year. But first, let's rejoin the Wizard Fan Awards.
You know, you can't have a truly evil villain or villainess without an equally good hero or heroine. There's a necessary balance there. A kind of yin and yang thing. The ultimate conflict, baby. With that in mind, the nominees for this year's favorite heroine are Psylocke, Rogue, and Zealot. Let's find out who that winner is. Woo! The winner is Rogue. Scott Lobdell. Marvel's coming down. Scott, come on up. Scott.
Thank you. First, I'd just like to say, everybody who's had a good time here tonight, please take time sometime during the weekend to acknowledge and support the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund, because we'd be nowhere without them, ladies and gentlemen. And I'd also like to say on this, the 30th anniversary of the X-Men, it would be impossible not to acknowledge the contributions of Mr. Chris Claremont, the man who single-handedly kept the entire comic book industry alive throughout the better part of the last decade. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you to Chris Claremont, and thank you very much.
And now,
that means that mighty mountain.
for favorite hero, the nominees are Batman, Spawn, and Spider-Man. Favorite hero, ladies and gentlemen. Very exciting again. Favorite hero was, or actually is, Spider-Man, and he's here to accept it. Spider-Man. Come on, Spidey. Spider, you can't even get out of that. How about that? Spider-Man, ladies and gentlemen, keep it going for Spider-Man.
At the risk of slowing things down just a little bit, I have to think of a very close friend's Aunt May. And I know that she would be very upset, because Peter Parker's told me this many times, if you don't thank the people who got you where you are. And she's also said, as Bob has thrown around a lot of advice tonight, remember, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. And with that, I want to thank, going back 31 years, Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, Steve Ditko, John Romita Sr., and everyone who has come after them to make me your favorite superhero. Thank you very much.
Spider-Man, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I'm not gay, but he's got a good butt. Ladies and gentlemen, now it is time for favorite ongoing title. A title, I'm sorry, when the nachos kick in, I have no. A comic title that's been around, is around, and probably will be around for a long time to come. The nominees in this category are Spawn, X-Men, and Wildcats. Okay, very good. Favorite ongoing title? Spawn, ladies and gentlemen, Spawn! Todd McFarlane will be accepting this award. Here comes Todd now. He's coming out of his shell. He's coming out of his shell. Did you get it?
It didn't work out the way that I was hoping. I was hoping I turned chicken yesterday at 3, not right now. So instead, Peter was able to pluck and tuck me. But anyways, I'd like to thank really the best inspiration for Batman. For my character was Batman. I created Spawn about 1980. I kept the character in my portfolio for a long time, and I think that with the new look of the X-Men and characters without masks and they have a lot of gadgets on them, you'll see that the costume even that I created for him is pretty outdated. Other than I added a couple spikes to him, he's essentially the same character and the same idea that I came up with 12 years ago. I'm happy to say that I was able to go out there and give a book to you guys that you guys like and that you guys can give me a living and that I can do something that keeps me happy. Thank you, guys.
Todd McFarlane, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Todd. What did come first, Todd or the egg? You know, if you made an analogy between a comic book and a movie, and who doesn't? The writer would be, of course, the scriptwriter, the penciler, adding, as he does, his own impressions and interpretations of the writer's words, would be more like the director. The penciler's contribution, in short, is the lifeblood of any comic book. Chosen from a group that includes some of the world's best artists, the 5 nominees for favorite penciler are Jim Lee, ladies and gentlemen, Jim Lee, Rob Liefeld, Todd McFarlane, Joe Quesada, and Mark Silvestri. The winner is, or we're going to have some guests at the Sizzler tonight with us. That's okay, right? For favorite penciler, ladies and gentlemen, Todd McFarlane. Let's hear it for you. Todd, come on back, Todd. Looking better than ever. Todd McFarlane.
That was a little too quick there. Once again, in case you didn't know, Peter David completely undressed me yesterday, folks. I'd like to thank some of my early influences in the penciling field. When I first got in, I started collecting comic books when I was 17. At that point, I was kind of a late time to get into comic books. George Perez, who was up on stage with me yesterday, it was an honor, and John Byrne were both the hot guys in the business at that point. Both of them had, I thought, a lot of dynamic to their work, had a lot of detail to their work, and I try to incorporate a lot of that stuff into a 90s fashion now. The longer that I stayed in the business, I was able to start going backwards in time and started to appreciate people like Don Heck and Steve Ditko on the Spider-Man and Jack Kirby pretty much on everything. And as I followed Jack's career, I would say that my greatest influence now would be Jack, and not in the way that he actually drew the books, but more in the way that when you read a Jack Kirby book, you went, wow, cool. And every time I do a book, all I'm looking for is the cool factor, and I thank you guys that it seems to be working for you. Take care.
Todd McFarlane, ladies and gentlemen. Have I mentioned that I'm excited to be part of the Todd McFarlane Show? We have a special presenter right now, and this is a gentleman who's from Diamond Comics, and I got to meet him earlier, and he's a very nice man. Please welcome Mr. Alan Greenberg. Alan, come on up and give out that award. Alan Greenberg, ladies and gentlemen, from Diamond Comics. Because when you think comics, you think Diamond.
Thank you. It's an honor to be presenting this award. It's been said that a comic book is only as good as the company behind it. And while that may or may not be entirely true, it's clear that when asked to choose their favorite publisher of the year, Wizard readers pick those publishers who constantly provide the most popular comic books featuring the best written stories, the hottest artwork, and the coolest characters. The nominees for Publisher of the Year are DC Comics, Image, Malibu, Marvel, and Valiant. And the envelope, please. And the winner is Image. Accepting the award, Tony Libido, Todd McFarlane, Eric Zimmerman, and Kyle Zimmerman.
In the sky, moving on up to the side. We finally got a piece of the pie.
Did you guys notice the same thing that I did today? That the biggest crowd wasn't at Image, wasn't at my table, wasn't at Marvel, wasn't DC. It was at the Lost Kids booth today. Did you hear the one? I hope they found all the kids, but did you hear the one when they said John Doe, Jan Doe, and the entire Rudy family? Did you hear that one? The entire Rudy family was lost, but they were all in the same spot. Okay. Anyways, I'd like to thank again the support that we get from all you guys, and I know we're a pain in the rear sometimes to you, but we keep striving every day to clean up our act and hopefully give you some books that you enjoy reading, selling, and distributing. Thank you.
And on behalf of the rest of the guys at Image Comics, we want to thank all the fans, the distributors, the retailers, everyone for supporting us, and for Wizard also backing us the whole time. And we want to thank you. We hope that you continue to support us in the upcoming year because we've got a lot of stuff coming out you're going to really love. Thank you again.
Hey, thanks, guys. Gee whiz, this is swell stuff. Great. What can I say? I'd like to thank my mother and my father and all those fine people. And, hey, wait a minute. Get out of here. Oh, Kyle would really like to.
I'm just glad my bosses let me keep my pants on to come up here and get this award. I mean, I'm like, what's going on? Anyway, thanks. It's been a long year. Next year's going to be awesome. We appreciate it.
Favorite hero winner, Spider-Man, is backstage. Let's listen in.
Well, you know, I'm just a normal guy. And I've got the same problems as everybody else who's normal has. You know, I had problems when I got married. We lost the apartment right away and everything else. But I just keep coming over that. And a lesson I learned very early in life. With great powers comes great responsibility. And I try to remember that every day and live that with everything I do.
A few moments ago, one member of the Image team described his excitement tonight.
Oh, I feel like I just ran a marathon. It was beautiful.
Somewhere between costume changes, Todd McFarlane found time to share his thoughts.
I'm young at heart, called immature or whatever else, and I like to have a lot of fun. The kids have a lot of problems at home, I think, and a lot of problems at school. They don't want to do homework all the time, and we're there just to give them some enjoyment and have some fun. So I'm not there to give them any high art. I'm not there to give them anything intellectual. I'm there to just give them 20 minutes of entertainment that they can go, that was cool, and then go back to the daily rituals of life.
There is but one award left. Let's go down to the podium where Bob Zaney is ready to drive us home.
Well, you know what that means? It's almost over. Very exciting, isn't it? Now is a very special moment for me right now. The reason why we're here tonight is because of this next gentleman who will be presenting the last award of the evening. Let's hear a round of applause for the last award of the evening. This gentleman is a mere 24 years old, but he's a giant in the comic book business today. He started a little company in his garage. He had a dream. He had hope. And with that company, he got a bigger garage. And a bigger garage, and now the company's a 5-car garage. He's a very, very nice man, and he's the reason why we're all here tonight. He had the vision, and he had the vision just right. Please welcome, I guess, my boss for just right now, Mr. Gareb Shamus. Woo! Publisher.
mostly known to all of you as the Big Cheese. I'd like to thank you all for coming tonight. I'd like to thank you all for coming by our booth today and over the past few days and saying hello and telling us how much you love the magazine. Naturally, Wizard is a group effort from a lot of people. And the Wizard fans are our greatest group of people that we get ideas from and who help us make us the best publication out there today. So thank you very much for that. I also want to thank you for coming out to see our first annual Wizard Awards. And this is going to be the first of many, and it will continually get to be bigger and bigger every single year. You'll see all your favorite stars and people that you want to see. This year, I'm proud to announce that we're going to be giving out the first ever Wizard Fan Award Comic Book Hall of Fame Award. This award goes to our initial recipient who started in the comics industry in 1944, working for DC as an editor and its science fiction titles, moving on to editing and playing a major part in DC's Silver Age boom. In the 70s, he edited the Superman titles following the retirement of Mort Weisinger. It is my honor and pleasure to introduce the first Wizard Comic Book Hall of Fame Award recipient, ladies and gentlemen, Julia Schwartz.
It sure is an honor to receive this award. If I'm not mistaken, it was exactly 30 years ago in 1963 that the first comic book award was given out. It was called an alley, and I won that award too. So I will happy put this in my trophy room along with the Alley Award and the others I won. Thank you very much, and see you next year.
It's been an exciting evening. Congratulations to both the winners and the nominees. We'll see you next year at the 1994 Wizard Fan Awards.
I want to thank you all, and remember, and I mean this, without you here tonight, a lot of us could have went home early. I'm Bob Zaney. Thank you very much.
Jealousy